Yo, what is going on, guys? Pyatt here, back with another story. It seems like you guys are really into these, which I'm super hyped about. I could do these forever. I love making YouTube videos, so if you want more, just subscribe and like and comment and all that, And leave a comment on this video on what you want. Like, I want to review perks and shit for you guys. Just kind of try and help you through this game of life. So whatever you want a video on, put it in the comments below, and I'll try and get to it. But this video is about just an insane night I had. So I was with two of my good friends at the time, John, and we're going to call him Mac. So I'm with John and Mac. We're at John's house getting drunk, as we did in sophomore year of high school, I think. Back when this was like right before I found out how to get a lean like a lot. So we were getting super drunk. My two other homies pull up. Their names aren't too big. They don't really come up in this story too often, so there's two other homies there. We get super drunk, and while we're drinking, we get a text, literally, to all of our phones at the same time. But it wasn't like a group text, but it was like, someone had like copy and pasted a text and just sent it to a bunch of people. It was like party at this kid's house, which was weird because this kid was known for being like this quiet kind of outsidery like band class kid, if that makes sense. We got a text like, pull up to this kid's house, big ass party, and we were like drunk as fuck, like, yeah, for sure, we'll fucking be there. Party at some weird kid's house? Definitely. We call up an Uber. I call up an Uber. My friends never paid for Ubers, but anyway, and this Uber driver pulls up, bro, and this was by far like the weirdest Uber driver I've ever had. You have those Uber drivers that are like foreign, but they still are like, they're like respect you. They're not like trying to harass you in their language or whatever, but like you could just tell that this guy was saying some negative ass shit about us in his native language because we were being drunk. We were definitely like not being exemplary fucking Uber customers, but fuck that guy. So anyway, we have this like 15-minute weird ass Uber ride over to this kid's house. Pull up, there is a line out the fucking door of this kid's house for this party. The funny thing was though, I kind of knew this kid. So before we had gotten there, I'm texting this kid like, yo, like, what's the deal? Like, what's the vibes? And he was like, oh, it's lit, bro. Like, pull up. Like, I got you. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm pulling up knowing in the back of my head that I'm about to be good regardless. So I see this giant line and I'm like, oh, hell no. I am not waiting for this shit. So I tell fucking Mac and John, let's cut this shit. So we stop, get out of the Uber, and just go and like walk past all these people. Excuse me, sorry, and just cut the whole line to the front. And the front, this is the kicker. So the bouncer of this party was this kid's dad. And so like kind of remember that. Keep that in the back of your head. This kid's dad was like, he was cool. He was pretty much running the party. So I say hi to this kid's dad. I knew him. And he was like, oh, hey, Max, how you doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. Going in. And I was like, you mind if my homie's coming with me? He's like, yeah, no, go ahead. And literally, like, there were, like, senior girls who couldn't get in. And they were just looking at us like, what the fuck? And we just slide right in. That shit still cracks me up till this day. We go into the house and the whole party was in the basement. Since it was such like a big event, I guess, they didn't want it like spreading throughout the party. So everything was walled off besides the entrance into the basement. So you go down the stairs. And when I tell you this basement was literally 105 degrees, like, the thermometer things like on the side of walls, this shit said 98 degrees, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was so humid and sweaty down there. But like, I mean, that shit was lit. We get down there, people are doing coke, people are, crushing up oxy, fucking little vibey party for sure. But it was hot and packed. Like, it was this one like square basement room, and then there was like 4 closet doors ducking off, and in one of the closets, bro, everyone put all their jackets, and my homie, who's just like an absolute fuckhead looking back on this, like I wish like I would never do anything like this now. My homie goes into the closet where everyone put their jacket and just jacks a Supreme box logo, a navy one, and he's like, yo, look what I got. I'm finna sell it on Grailed. I was like, oh my god, bro, you're fucking crazy. And then the crazier part is the kid whose hoodie that belonged to saw my homie in the party later that night, and he came up to him and he was like, yo, bro, I have that same Supreme hoodie. I was like, wow. What a coincidence. So anyway, so we partied just hard as fuck for like 1.5 to like 7. I don't even know how long we were there, just getting turned, partying, doing our thing. At one point, we go out through the window. The one thing was you couldn't smoke in there, so you have to go out and it was so packed you couldn't use the door, so you had to climb out of the windows to get out to smoke. So we climbed out of the windows, got out to smoke, and we just I looked over because I kind of heard some people talking. I thought, and it was just this girl just throwing up, projectile vomiting, and just this guy just over her, yo, you're gonna be okay, you'll get through it. It comes to find out that she had alcohol poisoning. We didn't know that until after the case, but I would have done more if I had known. Trust me, I'm another shitty ass person. We finish up smoking, go back inside, and the mood just entirely changes as soon as we go back inside. The music's all quiet and shit, and I asked my homie, yo, what's up? He's like, I think the cops are here. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, I think the cops are here. And then the homie who was throwing the party's dad came downstairs and was like, yo, everyone out, the cops are coming. And so we all just run outside, bro. I'm talking everyone. And remember, there's 2 windows and a door to get out of this basement. So and there's 150 plus people trying to get out of these 3 exits. We're all just scrambling through, just trying to get fucking out. But luckily, me and my homies had just smoked, so we were right by the exit. So we got out first. And outside in their yard was it's kind of it was a fair-sized yard, a little suburb yard, backyard, grass, little place for the dog to play. But then there was a giant fence surrounding their property line, tall as fuck, taller than me, probably 2 feet taller than me, so 8 feet. No, maybe 9. Anyways, so me and my friends are just fuck it, and start climbing the fence. But there are so many people trying to get over this fence that they literally uproot the fence and just push it over. We just knock this entire section of fence over, and it's just 100 people just running for their dear fucking lives, because we're all underage. We're none of us are 18, none of us can drink, and everyone would have gotten a charge, everyone. So we're really trying to get out of there. We finally get out of the fucking flurry of people, and we're in this alley behind the house, over the fence, and we look to our left, squad car lights. We look to our right, and there's nothing. So we start running to the right. Well, that gets blocked off by a squad car too, and we're all right, well, we gotta hop another fence. So we hop another fence on the other side of this alleyway, go into someone else's property, run around, go out of their gate, and then it puts us right in front of this school. So now we're just in front of this, it was the school's football field or baseball field or whatever. It's the big wide open field for the school. It's 80 kids and tons of cops just surrounding it. And so we're all just dispersed, running around, just trying to figure out a way out of here. Because none of us had any idea where we were. At least me and my friends didn't. So we were just trying to figure out any way out of there. And my homie is screaming my name trying to find me. And there was this I don't want to call him fat, but this heavy set kid with me who was running along, trying to catch up with me. And my homie just I don't know if he wasn't looking or he was looking at me or something, but he just runs straight into the back of this fool's head. I think he also stopped or something abruptly, but my homie just runs straight into this fool's head and just breaks his nose. Just blood gushing everywhere from his nose. And it was fucked up. That was gnarly. And then we still had to get to this fucking Uber, bro. So my homie's holding his nose with his sweatshirt, blood gushing everywhere. We're still running from the cops, just trying to get through this school. We finally get around the school. There's this little tiny creek with a fence around it, on each side. So we go over the fence, but a tiny fence, just some shit to keep some deer out. So we go over the fence, and then we cross the creek, and I should have mentioned this. I had already ordered an Uber to the parking lot that we were going to across the creek. The way it was this school, and then the fence, and then the creek, and then a little hill, and then a fence, and then a giant cul-de-sac. So I had ordered an Uber to that cul-de-sac. So we were just trying to get there because our Uber had pulled up. So we were we were close. We were in the home stretch. And we're running. We get over the first fence. I hop the fucking creek. I'm feeling like Superman. I'm running up the hill, going over the fucking fence,
Oh, I see the Uber, and I just fucking fall backwards. Like, I swear to God, somebody pushed me. To this day, everyone says they didn't push me, but it felt like someone just grabbed my shoulder and threw me back. So I'm just rolling down this hill, just fucking getting destroyed by this mud and this fucking. Oh my God, it was so terrible. So I get up, I'm mad as fuck at my friends. I'm like, who the fuck pushed me down the fucking hill? And everyone's like, what do you mean, bro? You just fell, like, no one did anything. And I'm like, what the fuck you. I was mad about it for like so long, like a week, bro. Because everyone just was trying to tell me they didn't do shit. And I was like, how did I just fall over then? But anyway, we get into the Uber, bro. All of us are filthy. My one friend is literally covered in blood from head to toe. All of his clothes covered in blood. So we're in the Uber driving home, and one of my friends, one that I didn't give a name to, he had some girls that he met at the party, and he was like, "Yo, we should bring these girls back to my friend John's house." And I was like, "I'm down. It's up to John though." And John was the one whose nose was broken. So John was like, fuck no, like, you guys have to get the fuck out, like, I'm going to the hospital or some shit, or I don't know. But my homie who wanted the girls to come over just started getting in a battle with him, bro. And, yeah, so eventually John let the girls come over, but that's got to be another story, because this shit's getting kind of long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know what kind of content you want in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, @Podhead. And, yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.